So this is turning into a reaction video at this point, but I might as well keep going. I continued watching. This was a beautiful bit of knowledge here. I kept going in this debate and kept watching, and now it went from talking at the podium to them directly questioning each other. And the first question was, it was Durbin to this guy supporting atheism, and he asked something, right? It doesn't matter what he asked. But then this guy went on rambling, and I call it rambling because you can tell he's just talking with no forethought, and he's just going on and on to make a point that he originally didn't even intend to make. He's just going wherever it leads him, rambling, and he rambles on and on to say something in the end that he is saying to affirm his status and his point of view, but he says something in the end that it says in the Bible. And along the way, he disrespects the Bible, saying it's cool that you believe in it, but we all have our own beliefs. But you ended up saying something that it says in the Bible. So my comment is, why not just give yourself up and admit that you don't know anything and that you should learn? Because there actually is issues that Christians are fighting for. There are real issues. So this is just the part to convince you and to get on board. And then the next part is you learning about deeper into the perspective, the guidelines that you call Christianity, and facing the real issues of society. As you can see my comment, it says, why not admit you know less than the Almighty and learn so that you can then help solve the real issues that are happening today. So we're going to go ahead and, that's what I said in response to what this guy said. I'm going to go ahead and listen, and then I'll recap.
Even if there is no absolute meaning, that means that there is life before death, and there is meaning before death.
Mr. Anderson, I don't think you answered the question.
I don't think he answered the question. So yeah, he was rambling on and on for about 2, 3, 4 minutes. I don't know. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but that was what he ended on, is that even if blah, 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 then that means that there is life before death. Yeah, it says that in the Bible. So good point, but I already knew that because God said it. So there's life before death and there's life after death. Do you know about life after death? That's the next point we should get to continue your knowledge. But yeah, that was supposed to be a joke, because the joke is that you can see his thought process and his knowledge and standpoint, and you're trying to get him to a further point. But yeah, good point, buddy. I didn't know that one. So like that's just all it is in these debates with these atheists, is they ramble on and on and on, and they think they know more, but you're just trying to convince them that they don't know anything. You're like, yes, you know what you know, right? But you don't know anything in the grand scheme of it all. So, reaction part 2 over. Crazy, right? I should just keep watching and going on and on and on, but this was literally, I just hit play from my last video. I just hit play, kept watching. They went to this section, and then this is the first thing that happened. So it's like, and then I could go, and then I'd play, and then there'd be another thing and another thing and another thing. So it's just a gold mine for intellect. Yeah, there's a little capture of it, documentation.